Sometimes you gotta pray for a victory. Yeah, I'm overzealous when I'm thinking about the cash flow. I never had no handouts, just came natural. I've been testing so much, all these wrestlers nice. All these different situations that I've been through. I seen pain trying to creep in through the window, but now I'm sliding through the hood in a Benzo. You gotta separate yourself just to elevate. I keep some drink in my cup to see through the hate. Sometimes on the road to glory, you gotta press the brakes. I got a lesson plan for all my past mistakes. I swear I'm proud of all my best and my worst days. Proud of all my feet when I touch the ground. Front of 8 at Beijing, man, ain't know the sound. I know I made mistakes, but my mama proud. Fans scream my lyrics out in the background. They ain't know me then, but I'm hot now. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. I'm faced with a lot of different choices these days. Do a rock and Rolex account of Blueface. The whole world know my name off a mixtape. I still got the same brothers since 6th grade. G-Wagon, red seats, we on Biscayne. Trips to the Florida Keys, we imported these. Thanking God for the life he afforded me. All this jewelry on my body, acting like the hood. I need a brown skinned chick just like Megan Good. Holding up every promise that I ever made. Music in the background, it's a serenade. Been rapping 10 years, boy, this ain't a phase. I paid dues, paid rent, and I stayed the same. I had teardrops running down my face. I've been through a lot, I had real pain. But thank God, cause we really on the better days. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. What's a life without sacrifice? Sometimes you gotta thank God and just roll the dice. Pacino.
The road to the top is a riddle. What will be my destiny? Money and fame are awaiting, but not enough is raining on me. Maybe I should give it all up. How much more can I take? Out here singing to the heavens. When I gonna get my break? I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh. Up the mountain, now everybody's looking for me. Spend my life in the desert till something changed inside of me. Now I'm flying over oceans, everybody looking at me. I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh. This is a shakedown. Order up that beat just like it's takeout. Show me you got soul inside those new shoes, and you can rock and roll with an attitude. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it. Just the way you like it. You're the new MC, you got the remix. Keep it on repeat, just let the beat kick. Everywhere you go, you bring the roof down. Everybody knows you got your own sound. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it. Just the way you like it. The way you like it, oh, yeah, you like it. The way you like it now, yeah, you like it. The way you like it, oh, so good, so fresh. Get up on your feet. Show me you got soul. Feet, this is a shakedown.
ESL presents ESL Challenger League in partnership with Intel, Acer Predator, DHL, and Qiddiya.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to ESL Challenger League. Here still in Season 50, but we're running along this thing. We're already in Cup number 3, Apples. And I would like to say welcome back to the South American fans that we had just watching along. We had Redkindids and Otic on stream earlier here. But Apples, it's been a little while since we've been on this thing. We got a really fun one here. And like I said, Cup number 3. We're already in October here. That's crazy.
I was muted, unfortunately, but now I can talk. I'm back. I was actually gone for a second, but we have an incredible match here tonight back on the bus for NA. It's kind of been just flying by here this fall. Really liking these cup formats here tonight. We have Marsborne versus Wildcard in the upper semis, so it's going to be quite interesting. Both of these teams have not dropped a game, maybe a map or two, but take a look at this upper bracket. They've been sitting real well. Marsborne defeating Notorious and Lag Gaming 2-0 and 2-1. Wildcard, a little bit more of a less friction movement through here, 2-0ing both of their games versus Mythic and Chicken Coop to bring them to these semi-finals here tonight, Mark.
Yeah, where they go up against a familiar opponent, Wildcard and Marsborne. They've had plenty of officials running through, even, a couple earlier in the Challenger League season. We're taking a look at, where we have that lower bracket still going around. You got Regain versus TSG. You have a really fun boss team that I know Fruit Cup just had an interview with Dust2 US. Really excited about that. He thinks that this team can reach the same heights as like NRG or Marsborne, organizations like that. I think maybe a Wildcard or Marsborne. Two teams that may be a little bit better close in statue. Like NRG is kind of, won the race for that. Obviously, like winning, going to Pro League, having that just came through. Obviously, it was a nice 3-0 in the finals there that you had to come down. But obviously, this is where you need to get it on in the next season, Apples, where Wildcard, they're coming off of land here. Same with Marsborne. They obviously lost to, the Portuguese team Saw out there. And I got to see the Polish player in person. I was out there in Philly. It was a lot of fun. Saw Fnatic in the major in drama sense, obviously. Maybe we'll talk about that later. But Fico, our player to watch tonight, a player that this Wildcard organization, specifically Stanislaw, is thrilled to have on the team. This is a guy that I think really is going to flush out the roles really well for this roster. You're going to hear us yapping about the roles a lot tonight. I know Apples and I have already had this whole, pregame conversation about all this, but Fico is a really exciting player and a really young talent, 21 years old from Poland. I mean, he literally, went to 2 majors with OG Apples. This guy adds not only, the flush out to the roles, but a lot of experience, and I don't think it's talked about enough.
And I would say like a clear upgrade in firepower, just like raw firepower. I mean, Sonic at a very steady baseline of 1.0 to 1.05. I got my number stats here all set up here, but I think Fiku adds a little bit more of a higher rating, 1.15. So it's not too noticeable just in base numbers, but once we get on the server, you will see just how much more aggression and opening pressure that he goes, especially on that T side, and has a little bit of map to map inconsistency, I would say, and we'll probably see that tonight in the best of 3, but it hasn't changed much the structure, understand, with this player. It's kind of been a plug-in rifle for himself. It hasn't really changed into a new system, but I really like how he's looking on this team, and I think this is really what Wildcard need. They need just a raw, aggressive player who can really go in and make aggressive plays that are needed. Just because we were talking about a little bit before, Wildcard, we know that they're good now. We saw all the interviews from Stan that they were all on the same page as their org, but things were a little messy for a bit, Marky.
Yeah, they certainly were. And I know that when Dust2 US got the chance to talk to Stan in Knoxville, I mean, commenting on how after a while, like finally headed kind of on the same page in the right direction, organization-wise out here. It's worth noting tonight that Modem will be stepping in for CXCI, has been for the entire tournament out here, just due to when the VRS invites were put out for this third cup. I believe, about a month or so ago before the CXCI move, was really flushed out here. So that's who they're rocking with in the server tonight. Would assume that Wolfie's back on that op IGL, even though I got to speak to him in Philly. He's really excited about just kind of taking off that label and being the opper for the squad. It's a classic pick of Marsborne. This is a really, really good train that they've always had. In my opinion, one of the best in North America, just up there with the Wildcards, with the NRGs. So I think that this should be a really fun one tonight. And Mono is always a great, great player on this train. So to be honest with you, like even kind of referencing my personal conversation with Wolfie again, the only complaint that I had about that they had about their team experience with CXCI so far is that they had a lack of practice. So I'm not too crazy. I'm not harping too much on this substitute situation. I think it'll be just fine. Obviously, CXCI, a hell of a player, but Monum will be, good to fit into the server tonight. A classic wildcard pick of Mirage. I was kind of yapping there about that train. That should be an easy one for them. Pretty clean, and maybe can punish up on that Marsborne end with it. Dust2, or rather Inferno, if we need it. And that should be definitely favored to either of these squads. That's one of the best in either map pool. I really hope we get a 3-mapper, considering that's the veto we get.
Oh, absolutely. But going back on what you were talking about, CXCI, that was something that worried me a little bit, but I'm glad that you kind of tampered down my worries there. The fact that they haven't had too much of practice with CXCI, with a new IGL stepping in, throwing in new defaults and new team strategies. So they're not completely stepping out of that back with a player that they played a lot of time with. And going into this one, they're not going to be like, all right, what am I doing now? My IGL is gone. I have to go with this guy that we haven't been playing with for so long. But that is actually not worrying at all for Marsborne. They're going to be able to step back into their kind of comfort roles, which, while is it comfort? Yes, but it's not the step forward that they wanted to take, obviously, while picking up CXCI. So we're just going to have to see how that all unfolds in the future once we see the difference when they start playing officials with him, when they start going into more events with CXCI. Sizzy. I call him Sizzy.
I honestly have flopped back and forth, and I did ask him at LAN, and he had the response that frustrated me of, I don't care, but well, I do, buddy, was my response to him. And CXCI was what he said to me. I've gone to my investigations, right? I wanted to clear up the classiest situation. There were so many of these names that I've heard even wrong. Even Stanislaw's name's been wrong for a decade, and we can talk about that later. Obviously, it's a Polish tag. Yeah, yes, it is. The Polish tag he's actually rocking there. But yeah, regarding more I say I'm not harping too much on the, substitute situation, I think, for the entire tournament. But speaking about that, this is the third cup and you're going to have that fourth cup kind of behind you as a cushion. Of course, Marsborne will be invited to it. I think that this is a bad spot to be in. Wildcard, they, go out a little bit sooner than they wished, obviously, at Fragadelphia. They crashed out of CCT, which was just insane. I don't know how that happened. They got 13-1 on Inferno, one of their best maps by Zomblers. So good for Zomblers, but they came right back into Challenger League and kind of set the record straight. I'm not too concerned about that.
It's Zomblers. Zomblers believers rise up.
They unfortunately lost in the semifinals after that. So it was a sad day for those fans, but it was a little bit personal at Frag. I mean, Wildcard went out to Fiku's old team, OG. I was dying to cast that game myself. Got to watch it on stage, and it was a crazy one. Unfortunately, OG were the team that did pull off the reverse sweep on LAN, and Wildcard did have lower major chances, but, this is a team that's been traveling a lot. I mean, they went to the Birch Cup right before they did come back out to Philly, so they've had a busy one, but this is what I mean. Wildcard take this opportunity. They're definitely going to be, obviously, looking at this substitute for Marsborne. CXCI definitely being the better player. I think obviously, Modem is a great, great player to this team, but that's definitely the notion and the direction of where this Marsborne team is headed. I think like I said, I'll reiterate the attitude of Wolfie being so excited to take on that op. I think, the team is excited to see into some of those new roles. So that's what I mean. If Marsborne go out here, they still have that 4th cup, but that's where they're hopefully going to get CXCI back for that last run to make that actual regional final to qualify.
Can I just say how, not unfortunate, but like kind of weird how close Wildcard was to the major last year this time, when we had the RMR still going on. Like, I think they were literally 1 game away. And now it's just kind of out of their picture just because of the VRS changes and everything.
No, 100%. And it's really interesting where, I mean, this time around, so much of the conversation already on that cutoff, it was, just a week ago yesterday where it was on Monday, October the 6th. I landed back in St. Louis after coming back from Philly. I remember there was like chatter about that BO5, happening like past midnight. And I'm like, all right, you people got to chill. The technicality, the series started before, the day happened, whatever it was. It was a great time to get that out there, but I know that, coming back to it, it will be Wildcard looking forward to a fresh opportunity, rather a new opportunity of whatever's going to be coming to them, right? It's just not major events that we're trying to stack the VRS to get up to. They would like to be invited to this rather, they're already qualified. I was about to mention they did win that secondary cup, and you still can come back and, use these opportunities of the officials to gain VRS points, because that's very important for North American teams. Apples, we know that there's probably not as many opportunities here regionally as compared to others. So Wildcard probably will be, one of those like last teams in to maybe like a blast bounty event, if they can really push the card this year and like wait till this next Cologne cycle starts getting off. I remember people on Twitter were buying their tickets today. Apples, this is definitely the season upon us. Budapest and then Cologne. I did not. Womp womp.
Oh, womp womp. Big womp womp for Murky, but also you can womp womp for me because I did not buy them either, because they're kind of expensive.
But definitely a fun one to go out there too in Cologne. Yeah, that's a bucket list gamer moment for sure.
Yes.
I would definitely.
The fact that they have, even just an IEM Cologne to go to would be so incredible. The fact that they made it a major this time just feels like
it's so sweet. It is so sweet.
I realize just how much special that they have in that. It's literally, the cathedral of Counter-Strike, but they're making it a major. That's going to be even really fun to watch online. Like, that's going to be something that we're waking up early for.
Oh, most definitely.
Late.
Yeah, I think last night I was staying up late watching some of those Asian Counter-Strike matches going on there.
For PGL.
Yeah, those were obviously a very fun one out there, and you have to reel it back in to our neck of the woods out here in North America. We are back in action. It is cup number 3 out here in season 50 of Challenger League. Wildcard taking on Marsborne. Let's get right into it.
Spot the util and already rotating over to this B side. JP, a little bit of damage onto Grizz, but the dualies from Peeping not going to catch anything. Matam starting to make his name on this server early. Flooding into this A site. Trades go even, and Chop finds another one here for Marsborne, and it's just going crazy. JBA left alone, just a USP, and there's a lot of guns pointing right at Z.
JBA will be locked in. There's no clutching back in this, I'm afraid. They'll be hunting him down. I say welcome back to Modem in the server, getting a double entry already in this pistol. You know I'm going to be a fan of that, Apples. JBA trying to flick back in the situation. He has to fight against 4 players right in front of his face. There is, the interim in-game leader that we have here for this run in the 3rd Cup of Challenger League. Wolfie has the final frag.
I think it's going to be going back into that IGL position here with an op. Wildcard with a little bit, lots of util on their side with just pistols, forcing into this, trying to get that conversion taken away from Marsborne early. Molly out. Ooh, that's a great molly onto E-Box. Going to force them to make a smoke onto that A site. Keeping control for the CTs over on A. And Fiku's looking for something over an upper. Making a lot of noise, lots of steps. The flash not going to connect right in time. Montum on some very high ground is able to take Fiku down.
Getting aggro with these pistols. It's an entire force that you have on for Wildcard at the moment. Marsborne, thankfully enough, are giving them the respect for it. They know how this thing can go. Marsborne got to get out to a smashing start. Chain these first 3-4 rounds together. They can pull here in the pistol. I say 3 to 4 because if you can cut off this eco, then it's going to send Wildcard reeling economically for a good dough right here. 1 minute has passed in this round. You do have a 4v4. Grizz has been caught coming back from Ivy right here, and that's where we set the next 40 seconds.
And kind of keeping them pinched in this location. Marsborne afraid of walking in. Wolfie gonna take first contact, or at least first view. Not any util to use into their advantage. A couple of players just slightly showing themselves chop with a very labored spray, but the trade comes through. Fizzy still working on that on this bomb train. Wolfie on the other angle, able to find the last two. Marsborne find it with a lot of cartage, though. Not as much as you'd want for a second round.
Yeah, things definitely do get a bit shaky in Marsborne territory, but we're all good. We're all good. Set the pistols back down. The money ain't too bad because of that. Actually, will be worth a couple of dollars, those kills that Wildcard do get their hands on. Same sort of run back. They just don't have the Kevlar right here, and this is where Marsborne can kind of puff their chests up for what I was just speaking about. Get that 3-0 right here off the bat. And Wolfie clearly calling right in the same way. He's getting out to see what is good on this A site. Calls it clear for now, but he did get a little bit of a rub back from those pistols. Gray's going to look. He did get tapped back by one of those pistols in the previous round. Long range, Wolfie with a MAC-10.
Smoked out the CT on the other side. Fizzy not gonna be able to find anyone, at least for now. Chop with a lot of space over here on A. Is Hardy going to be able to make his way over to Z? JBM may able to get unchecked here over in Pop Dog. Missed shot, but he finds the second and okay, and the third. JVA on for the clutch, able to find another. Grizz left in a 1v1 versus a Deagle. Get some high ground, but the shots aren't quite connecting yet for JVA. Just need to find one head, and Grizz finds it with a Glock.
Oh, that would have been a career clutch for JBA. Oh. Denied there by Grizz, and that's personal. Former teammates on Limitless years ago in advance to make Challenger League. They got denied in that instance, but dude, I mean, this is just insane from JBA.
Yeah.
I see this lag here. I'm not sure if that's like just with our viewer end, but I mean, that is just slick stuff out there. Can't quite finish the job. I think we know what type of game we're going to be getting out of JBA here. I'm quite excited to watch.
Upper halls rush. A nice shot on for Matum. Just the heads are flowing. JBA able to find two, though, in just that one position. And they even it up just from there. All right, Marky, I think we are in for a game.
We definitely are. We've seen the way Matum's playing. He is so excited to not let go of this opportunity. Stan, on an investigation, I'm worried that his shadow could have been seen. That nade audibly thrown. And right here, they could just line up, but Wolfie surviving at just 3 health.
Not where you want to be. Chop over and Pop Dog. The smoke just going to be able to cover him for now. Fiku just kind of deciding to where he wants to look at, and he's looking at the right spot. Just right through the smoke. Chop comes through, and it's going to be a hard one to clutch up. It's not great for Wolfie. 3 health. Marsborne lose their 4th round. Wildcard finally picking up a CT. Pick up 2 AKs from that as well.
Getting active in the mid round. That's going to pay off now that Wildcard can finally fight. They will stand and actually get that done with the guns that they do have. Shadow JBA, like you called out earlier in the round, got that double out it. And that was a very big one. Triple move out towards Ivy for Marsborne at the moment, and they could go fast.
Molly's going to slow him down here for a bit. They're getting up close and personal with that. Smokes exchange and a flash out for Fizzy just to try and get into that fight, but traded out very quickly. Peeping goes down. Stan's still really close up here in T-Con. Nade not going to catch. But a smoke out. I'm liking how aggressive Wildcard has gotten here.
Oh. There's Fozy sprayed down elsewhere through Ivy. The last one that was actually standing. Here comes the rest of Marsborne. To click back in to Upper B, you do have JBA back here sitting where Peeping normally would kind of pass as this rotator, so he's not going to have the help. Is going to just tiptoe down this ramp, talking about help. Where here it comes. Fozy going to be right in through Z, and he actually does have a Molotov, so it all depends on the timing when he gets down. Fozy, he may just take the shots anyway. This sets up JBA perfectly with his MP9 to just sit here in spray, and there goes Chop. It's 2 in a row pretty quickly, Apples, for Wildcard.
Perfectly done here. And 4 picked up at the right second as well. Wildcard getting back into it, at least with these buys. It's like they are able to funnel them exactly where they want them to go. Experience on the server is being shown. See what Marsborne has to do about it. Not too much expected out of this round. All Glocks, but could get some freaky things happening here on the server.
Hopefully in the positive direction for Marsborne, can at least sneak a bomb plan out of here. I feel like I'm serving up a world that is just make-believe. Yeah, pretty quickly, the hammer will be put down. JBA, he can't resist it. He's got an A4, and he might get overwhelmed. Just ran out of bullets, but he knows he's creating distance a little bit between him and Wolfie. Stands on the way. Oh, hello.
Oh, okay. All right. Blocks are starting to get a little feisty here on this server. Wolfie picking up an MP9 as well. JBA hurt on the other side of B. Fiku does take Grizz down, so that at least gives them a little bit less to work with. And Wolfie left alone. Not a care in the world for JBA. Can live with 2 health.
Waited for a little bit of a hand there. That's what he needed. Out from Wolfie, who's just going crazy at the moment. Like, we're talking about this start out of JBA. Like, it's actually really crazy. I'm loving this from Wolfie right off the bat. 9 and 4. It's like he is just focused on the fragging. I would have to assume it's just flowing with the same old for Wildcard. But now they're going to box out these guns back. It's kind of really bare bones. They don't have kind of the shred of the utility that they would just want. JBA is just crushing them in upper, and this round is over. 25 seconds. GG.
All that saving for what here? Or is at least able to pick that bomb up, but really liking how Fiku and JBA have been looking together in tandem. I mean, Fiku being a little bit more quiet so far, 5 kills to his name, but the impact has been there so far. Now JBA looking for a third in this round as he's going on a bit of a lurk. But I think PP is going to be the one to catch this. Splash out.
He's everywhere.
He's everywhere. He's everywhere but the B site, but he's at the B site where he needs to be. When he needs to be.
That's where he is in their heads. In T-spawn. JBA moving a couple steps ahead on Marsborne at the moment. JBA gets a little bit of revenge on Grizz for denying him his flashy highlight earlier in the game. Wildcard have taken a choking hold of the tone of this train so far. They're about to put up 5 in a row because the Batch of Pistols is the best that Marsborne got back.
All we need is one deagle clip from Marsborne to get this back in their favor. Through the smoke, Not sure if that's going to happen quite yet. Nice nade onto Viz and a nice spray down from Stan. Some damage just being done through smokes. Marsborne just kind of all over the map, up and upper, and T-Con, just see what they can get done, if they can get an opening, an entry anywhere. Stan hunting for info here, just miss Matum on the other end. I think Chop's going to be able to get this trade.
Oh, that's...
I lied, actually. That is very brutal.
So Raw, both of these ecoing players have even a chance at the frag. Just 1 second. A little bit too late there. Getting this run boost out here for Wolfie. He was trying to beat Fozy or peeping to the angle. They're just going to be drained of any hope here momentarily. 42 seconds. And, well, you're hoping for at least a little bit of a bomb plan off of this. Missed shot by Fozy. This is when you get the grim peeping double headshot out here. Double spray down, rather. Not a casualty, Apples. That Wildcard put up. And that's their 5th round in a row. That's kind of poetic for them. The CT side is a little bit too easy at the moment. We're going to need a heat check from Marsborne soon.
Heat check, life check. Could be this round. Wolfie picking the op up finally. See how he's able to fare here. T-sided op always makes me question things here. It could just be what they need to get these openings. Get their rounds under control.
Coming back for it. One of the ones. I was a little bit concerned just with that, one missed shot and maybe a little bit of a slower start. Slightly. In comparison, Fiku, deep smoke, poor old Wolfie.
Can't get
another timing just whips kind of the opposite direction to Marsborne. They get no breathing room through T-Con. I mean, Stan has just suffocated them. He won the early kind of cat and mouse between him and Viz, and ever since then, Wildcard having gotten a problem back.
Doing really well at keeping them off the bomb sites. They've not been able to get plant or anything recently. Be an entry here for Grizz. He tries to look for an angle. Fiku in a nice location, and he grabs a nice head. Stan over on red has to figure out where he wants to look. There's just a lot of angles he has to be aware of here, and swings out Wolfie down. That's a great one from him. A little bit of damage onto Grizz before he goes. Fizzy, though, still on this. Peeping with a nice one over from Ivy. It's all down to the bomb planter, and he's going to fake it. Ooh, they got to take it and accept the fake. Slowed it down. Peeping with a nice relocation on the other side. Gonna make a lot of noise, picking up that AK, but it doesn't even matter. He is here for it.
Finally, they can cough up around just like that. Able to deny the defuse at the end. They give so much space out there to Viz, and that's just perfect. That's just controlled Counter-Strike right off the rim. Great shots put back in. And Marsborne finally get the confidence. They finally, rather, if I'm going to be a little less narrative-based, I mean, they finally win this fight inside of T-Con, have the control and a breath of fresh air. I mean, they take it a little bit in too far. I mean, it's just immediately with that A-pop, and who could blame them? It's finally on the menu. Might as well order it.
Nice appetizer. So they're specials of the day.
Oof.
Okay, that's a nice one from Wolfie here. Peeping at a step up into that position. Has to move back just in fear of Ivy as well. Fizzy's here with the op. A little bit of damage done by Stan, and there he goes. Finds one.
I mean, they're just so good at that. They knew exactly where Wolfie was after that kill, and it's like they just wanted the mass revenge. Here goes Peeping, and he's going to show off a little bit. Been quiet so far in this game, but that's because he's just working in the dirty details for Marsborne. The spots he plays aren't going to be the most glamorous, but when he has the time to spry, he will go and just surprise. Here to the back of Grizz, now they have to walk out here on A. Pop Dog is the next most important factor, and here goes Stan to just go ahead and ruin it. It's a 1v3 for Grizz now, and there's that backstab to finish out the round. Stan and Peeping share a full house of frags.
Bro ace.
No kidding.
It's unfortunate for
surgical.
Marsborne. They get that entry, or not that entry, they get an opening. They don't enter into the site from that. They can't, just because of how many eyes from Wildcard are looking towards that T-Con. So they're like, oh, okay, they're here. And they all were there.
It's getting out quite
A little bit
far.
closer, yeah.
They may not be so far aware of this. A lot of space that they're gaining all the way up into hell. Viz and Wolfie right together. That op is to go one place and one place only to the Swedish American.
Sit on the side of the bomb site. Gonna be able to get that plant quite hiding behind the smoke. Speaker gonna find Wolfie. The player did all that work to get them even over towards Ivy. It's a little bit of a standstill. Fiku able to spot that gun. He spotted the barrel, but Grizz is quicker with it. Tech9 doing a lot of work here on JBA.
Oh, this is a denial so
Yep.
easily.
Molly out.
You're waiting for him to have another opportunity, Apples. JBA in a 1 versus 3.
There's an AK as well. Not a deagle. Flash out for himself through the smoke. Ooh. Seems like the bot gonna be able to spot the player underneath hell. Viz is finding it, and Marsborne finally answer back. Just needed that one player. They needed Wolfie to get in there and get all that space taken away from Wildcard. They were not able to watch their backs. That's all it really takes to disrupt.
Yeah, honestly, you
Get
said
out,
pretty
team.
perfectly. You just got to make sure you kind of upset the tempo. And that's exactly what they did in round 10 to win that T-Con control, to get back in quickly before that. Kind of just a repeat. They can actually take it a step faster with the pistols here. Going quick. You're going to get chopped out just with the same spawn that Viz had. But peeping with an opening op kill. I don't think those words have ever been said on broadcast. Fozy, they're going to double dip. He goes through upper, and Fiku, he's possibly going to land the spam into T-Con at the moment. The words were about to exit my mouth that this 12th round was the most important for Marsborne. This 5th that they could potentially get on the board, because this is usually how the first halves go in train. A dominated CT side. Grizz might be able to get one frag, but they know where the low HP Wolfie is, and now you're gone.
Oh, you're gone. Blink and you miss it. Wolfie. 1 versus 5 to finish out the half, and Peeping has his eyes trained.
Whew.
Okay, never mind. Wolfie's able to find it even when he was not even looking there. Spam would take him down. Fiku on the other side of the smoke has to feel it, and Fizzy's going to be able to hold him on the other one. 8-4 half. We'll be back in just a minute.
Get up on your feet, this is a shakedown. Order up that beat just like it's takeout. Show me you got soul inside those new shoes, and you can rock and roll with an attitude. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. You're the new MC, you got the remix. Keep it on repeat, just let the beat kick. Everywhere you go, you bring the roof down. Everybody knows you got your own sound. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Yeah, you like it, the way you like it. Oh, yeah, feet, this is a shakedown.
Huge swing round there. One at the end of the first half that was worth a lot. And that fifth for Marsborne could have popped on the board. It would have been a lot sweeter than what they got right now. Hit and resume on this game, and on the second half of Train, still get the bag. Mark and Apples to bring in the action.
A little bit worried here for Marsborne on their map pick if they're not able to pick up here, but that's a great start. Viz with a nice dualies kill, but Fiku, nice trade. Chop and Modem answering back. USPs, they are clicking. Fizzy and Stan, though, those are two players that you do not want alive on the tees if you're trying to fight against them. Cut noise. Ooh. Relocating. Thinking about it? Fizzy here to cut rotates through.
This is crazy timing.
Ooh, not able to spot Grizz with the dualies. Is that a 4-3 moment?
Slightly so. Gotta make sure it's the little things adding up right now. Especially because it's these first pistols. Like, they both go the way of Marsborne in this map. Wolfie, he just has to go in tap, executing Fozy there, who was just trying to sneak a plant. Like I just said, I'll reiterate, Marsborne 2 for 2 in pistols here in this first.
Important pistol to keep them in this game, keep them fighting.
Especially because they only won one gun round in the first half, right? That's why we were, I mean, putting so much importance on round 12 there. I called it a swing round when we were coming into things. That would have kind of definitely made their T side a lot more legitimate. So they're going to have to come through with a really big CT side and kind of just get these first three out of the way right quick. Right quick is exact speed, which we're running through here into Ivy, into Grizz, who's literally spanning right from CT spawn. You got a player that has snuck into hell. What an awkward little round here for Wildcard. They're gone.
Ooh. Stands on site.
Going.
To dodge the bullets here, running through Z. Taking a tour of the bomb site, it seems. Sometimes you just got to see how much space you can take without them even looking at you. Full speed. Just a Glock round, but would have been a little bit sweeter for Wildcard if they were able to potentially take that away from Marsborne. Just going to be a little bit harder of a climb for them up to their 13th round if they want to win this. But Marsborne's still keeping in it. Nice full buy. We have a op on Wolfie finally. See how that CT op handles and if the AKs can overwhelm it on the side of Wildcard.
Yeah, there wasn't a force back by Wildcard like there was in the first half, so they take this first gun round on the chin, the quickest that they can actually call it up. Modem kind of playing the role of Stan at the moment. This is, you know, just directly kind of what CXCI is going to be playing on this roster, kind of taking all this space, being an aggressive player. That's where Modem in his career best times on Extra Assault, the plenty of rosters that he was on, played that entry fragger position on the T side, and some of these more aggressive roles on CT. They click on A now, Wildcard just right through the smoke in T-Con. They go slow.
Flash out Modem in a really nice spot here with an MP9 for close range. Viz gonna get a little bit up close and personal. Must be a flash setup. No, there's no flash setup. Fiku able to get a triple entry onto the site. Wolfie trying to grab something, and he does. He gets that triple fragger out of the game, but still lots of spots on this A site that need to get checked, and all the smokes are coming out for him against him.
They're going to secure this plant. This is not what we wanted, Apples. We wanted to see Wildcard get their T-sided ticket pushed back. But this is what I'm saying. Like, we have a game that's a difference of 2 rounds, and it's really misleading because Marsborne literally only had one legitimate gun round victory in the first half. And yeah, that's where we're at. It's the power of the pistol rounds here and winning both of them, the freebies, if you will. Wolfie, he'll be protected by JBA's attack at the moment, but he'll have to relocate, and these next couple of seconds won't be as safe. could lose him on a little bit of a timing here, but Fozzy's op meter is going off. He just knows where his own species is at. 9 rounds here for Wildcard as they are right back into things. They may not win the pistols, Apples, but who needs them?
I know, who needs them? And you're able to get those triple entries onto the site by Fiku. And then able to get onto that site. That's a little bit of a clear difference that you can see versus a Marsborne. It's really tough for them over on their T side to even just enter into any site after a kill. Wildcard were able to shut that down as soon as it happened. Oh, anti-flash Viz able to, ooh, hey, pick up an AK. Nice entry. Nice first.
Needed a good start here for Marsborne. It's really going to get so contentious in Ivy early. Wildcard had put 2 players there on their default in both of these rounds in a row. This time they lose the fight, and they're back to bite pretty similarly to the way they were walking in their first gun round. They retake T-Con. But this active boost from Viz, he gets to see behind the smoke here inside a pop. He can't confidently call it clear, but he can see if anybody's walking up to take this next step. And that he does not see.
Slow climb for Wildcard from Brown Halls. Decide to go down pop. Viz would check them just as you've said. You have Chop here on the site. A couple players close to Z. Rotates could come easy. Chop can get in a little bit more of a protective area, a little bit of a protective angle for himself as he's able to find one onto Peeping and a second onto JBA. But Fizzy just straight one. Grizz is walking back and forth, able to find these stand left 1v3. Not going to be able to isolate Wolfie here on the left side. 5-7 ends that fight for them.
This is a huge round to pull up with, to at least stop the bleed right at the start. I mean, you didn't want Wildcard to just pull off a streak right as the engine revs on this T side with what was a little bit scrappy, all things considered, for Marsborne. Kind of just economically. There, they don't play like it. They play confident, and obviously, that's going to need you the best result here. So where you walk now is a weak Wildcard, and that is concerning. Fozzy, of all players, is going to be toting the hero rifle.
Doing pretty well.
Chop, turn around. Here they come. This can be particularly effective, but Peeping, he's going to have to cross the line of scrimmage with that bomb. They're literally just burning him down. It's a brutal blow, but that is exactly what you want to see from Wildcard. No mercy. From Marsborne, rather.
Did they see him in the smoke? Viz had to have seen like something in the smoke. Maybe a head, maybe an arm, maybe an elbow.
Stan's big head. Big brain.
Can't say that. Can't do my man like that.
He's a brainiac, dude. That's a compliment.
Is it?
It's nice to see the Wildcard folk back in LAN. I always like seeing JBA and Peeping. Those two are like 2 peas in a pod, the youth of this team. And then you obviously bring in Fiku to the function, and it's, I don't want to say Stan babysitting, but he's babysitting 3 insane Counter-Strike players, all like 21 years old. I don't want to disrespect nobody, but they're an electric force, and they show why. Here onto the site, it's Matem, he's back, but he's looking like the man of the match even still. Has played so well so far. In this round, he's gotten 2 frags, but there is Wolfie. He's going to get this return onto Peeping Apple, so 2v2.
Space given here by Marsborne, just walking back away from this A site. Chop worried of a pop play. His way over toward these B stairs, and no one called that correct. Chop over here. Fizzy making a lot of noise onto here. Is going to get caught out, and he does. Out down to JPA. We're in CT, and Wolfie is right behind. Lurks are insane here from Marsborne as they tie it up here 9-9. Wolfie's heating up. Wolfie's heating real up.
Yeah, this is Wolfie in the second half now. I mean, he was just doing everything necessary that was asked of him in the first half. Literally, I mean, he is the one that is knowing that it's going to be not a completely 100% Marsborne, right? And he understands that if he's going to be the one calling around where we're going to be putting Matam back into the shoes of CXCI so far, it's nothing too stranger to them, obviously. We talked about that a lot. It's fine. But here, he knows he's having to show up with a really big performance, 21-11 so far, and there it is. I mean, for all the flack I've given them, the lack of gun round victories, I mean, what really even is that when we're here at a tied game and they've just put two really good gun rounds, two convincing gun rounds behind them, and that last of which the best, right? That first one started off, which just with that one AK. So now they're taking this forward, and this can actually be a Marsborne second half that is really threatening. All of that domination from Marsborne has been wiped away. From
All it
Wildcard,
takes
rather.
is one big space-taking round. That's what happened over on Marsborne's T side. Grizz, though, is holding back the players at Ivy with great precision. But blink and you miss it. All the players on Wildcard are dead.
That's what
Not
I'm
much
talking
of an
about.
element of supplies.
Glistening from Golden there. He gets a 4K. We love that out of Griswold. Holding on for it.
Griswold?
Oh, yeah, that's what they call him on the streets. As his team takes the lead, Apples, he gets double digits. There's a very big kind of thorn in the side of Wildcard here that is needing to provide. You hate to see it, but they're going to need the Heimlich soon. Opening kill, just like that.
Wow, Viz. Ever since that first opening from Fiku where he got 3K onto that site, Viz has been shutting it down every single time. Now Chop here in a predicament. 3 players looking at him. But Matam here on site's going to help him out with a couple of it.
That's vintage.
Shots are so good. So good. Wolfie holding Pop Dog. There's not much space to even walk here. Fizzy and peeping. Okay, missed shot here for Wolfie. Does give them a little bit of a lifeline. It's a hard one to crack into. Bomb's still in the back. All of Marsborne are still up, all alive. Because he has to find something here and soon.
You save.
Too afraid of overpeak.
If you can't just get something going, I mean, you're looking for a free kill, and that's the X factor. You can go for peeping, just tapping on the heads. This is some of the best that you've seen. I mean, those ratings from Nouns got him this contract, and now you're seeing the flash. And there it is, the thunder on the site, a triple out of Mr. Cornwell, and this is what they pay you the big bucks for. Now they're gonna need to pay you to finish in a 1 versus 2.
Molly out just to keep the op out of contention, at least for now. Picking up the bomb, gonna start the counter. Fake it here, Grizz is right behind him. Can he finish it? No! Down to 17 health. Just got disrupted there, not expecting him behind.
Insane try there out of Peeping and Wildcard. There's a lot that we have to say about Peeping and, you know, where he may look uncomfortable playing the roles that he is on this roster, but there when he is just focused, on the rifle, you can see what happens. I mean, this guy is absolutely so talented, and the difference being that I know it was reported that Peeping was rather signed by the organization Wildcard than rather Stan and the players. I mean, obviously one of the upcoming North American talents, but that's created complications. Viz with a great sensation of a spray. He may even have a 4K. Viz on for an ace right here, and he can smell blood in the water with Stanislaw right around that corner. What a crushing blow. This will give him 12 rounds, Apple. 5 frags that he can't get his hands on. That'll hurt. But I think the round victory will be a little bit sweeter. Marsborne, they are doing the best that they have to when it matters the most here in the 4th quarter. And now they need one more to finish.
I mean, they're proving it to us that this is the map that they chose. Coming into form here on their CT side. Now Wildcard, they need 3 perfect rounds just to bring it into overtime. I don't know. It's going to be a tough one for them. They have not been playing how they played over on their CT. Looking a little rough from them. Viz has just been such a thorn in their side. Anything that they want to do to enter into A, They're going to decide something else. Taking upper control here. Chop's going to be the first line of defense, or it's going to be Wolfie with the op. Nice eyes on it.
Unreal.
Chop's going to get the second, and that is just tag team behavior for this B side defense.
It's over. I can already feel us just going right to that Mirage where Wildcard is going to need to do their best. Monson with a spray down, Viz right next door, and it's the Polish player in a 1v4. Do your best. You will not succeed. It is GG here on this train. Marsborne, they net their first half of revenge that they are trying to serve from the grand finals of the second Challenger League Cup here in North America just a month ago. Apples, they're back here facing Wildcard again, and on this train, they are victorious this time around.
I mean, it looked a little shaky. A little shaky. They were able to take the first couple of rounds over on their T side. Wildcard, they have a very good CT setup for Train. Probably why they let it go through in contention here. But once they switched on over, once the sides and the half was switched, it was all Marsborne all the time. We maybe saw a little bit of light from Fiku and from Stan, but just not as much as you would really want when you're trying to close this map out. It's unfortunate for Wildcard, but we go to their comfort pick map of Mirage next, so I don't think it's out of the contention for them here at all.
Definitely not. They gotta subscribe back to what they were showing in the first half. Viz was really close to the ace right there, but that's what you were speaking about. It was literally a nothing first half there for Marsborne. I know that we were rating these vetoes and speaking about how highly we rate their train. Well, even with this substitute, even down, like, yeah, their T side is really going to be rocky, but I mean, the structure is there, the fragging power is there, and they can take really into consideration any of the best teams in North America when they front under the defense of that train. And tonight versus Wildcard, Apples, they figure it out in really dangerous fashion. I think there is a really, really likely chance that we are going to be seeing an unfortunate bad out here for Wildcard in a losing manner. They wouldn't be out of the tournament. They would just be to the lower bracket, but that's what's on the line here. Marsborne, like I said, they want revenge for that grand final of Cup number 2. We're going to get map number 2 coming up here in just 12 minutes, so stay on standby. More Challenger League coming back to you in a moment.
The road to the top is a riddle. What will be my destiny? Money and fame are awaiting, but not enough is raining on me. Maybe I should give it all up. How much more can I take? Out here singing to the heavens. When I gonna get my break? I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. How will I get out of the jungle? Everybody wanna stop me. 10 more steps up the mountain. Now everybody's looking for me. Spend my life in the desert till something changed inside of me. Now I'm flying over oceans. Everybody looking at me. I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Full power, get louder. I'ma get stronger, just watch me. Full power, get louder. I'ma get stronger, just watch me. Every hour, no doubter. Gonna hear my song, just watch me. Every hour, no doubter. I can run this town. Somebody give me the key. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. No more doubt about me. Oh, I can run this town. Don't you know I got the
Get up on your feet, this is a shakedown. Order up that beat just like it's takeout. Show me you got soul inside those new shoes. And you can rock and roll with an attitude. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. You're the new MC, you got the remix. Keep it on repeat, just let the beat kick. Everywhere you go, you bring the roof down. Everybody knows you got your own sound. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Yeah, you like it, the way you like it. Oh, yeah, you like it, the way you like it now. Yeah, you like it, the way you like it. Oh, so good, so fresh. Get up on your feet. Show me you got soul. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Get up on your feet, this is a shakedown.
Welcome back to ESL Challenger League, still here in North America and still kicking with Wildcard and Marsborne. Marsborne up a map here, Apples, but they're heading onto territory that is going to be absolutely unknown to them. They walk onto a Mirage, which is their permaban, but they had to, with the substitute and going into what is a underdog situation here against Wildcard, shake things up. They took out Overpass as their first ban here, which is one of Wildcard's best, and there's no doubt in my mind that it would have likely came up right here in this slot. So they'd rather take their chances on a Mirage that understandably hasn't been too popular here for Marsborne in the last 3 months. Excuse me, Wildcard in the last 3 months. So it's kind of dusting off this map for both teams in a way.
Think so? I would have to disagree. I feel like this is still Wildcard's map while adding new players in the past. This is like their bread and butter here, just shown in the past. And I don't feel like not playing on a map for a while gives you a little bit less of a leg up, especially when you're playing a permaban from a team that usually bans this one, banning Overpass, like you said. I feel like this is going to be a tough one to Marsborne. If they want to close this out 2-0, they're going to have to bring that same firepower that they had over on their CT side of Train. They could make this a 2-0, but I feeling this is going to be all Wildcard here on this one of Mirage going into it.
Yeah, everything that we have data-wise kind of points in that direction. I mean, we have to, kind of reiterate just what we were talking about there kind of before we cut to a break, which was, that this series essentially is poised to, have this Inferno be that star studded at the end of the veto here at that third map. That's what we're looking forward to here is, this is where the veto comes up, and I mean, that one's exciting for a number of reasons. A very good one for Marsborne and Wildcard, as that Train actually is. But I mean, I gotta say that, and it definitely has some DNA of Wildcard that goes a little bit deeper. You're absolutely right. But a really, really shaky T side here that you just saw out in that Train. And I think a little bit too flaky to not point out. So I don't know if this is a multitude of issues here, but I gotta say that coming into a very simple map here that you're going to be able to call up a solid T side, we're going to see Stan stitch it up right away, and things are going to get back on track. And if they don't, that's going to be a really, really tough problem to solve here. Marsborne, they went 2-0 on those pistols up on Train. We'll see if they can shoot 100% again, Apples.
Oh, starting off strong, Grizz and Wolfie, both getting one and actually a second here. That is very bad here for Wildcard. Viz trying to at least stop a plant. Going into CT, JBA looking for something else. The bomb plant is a little healthy. Peeping helping it out with a little bit of some kills, but just too many targets he's going to have to kill here and just so much health that he gets. Okay, we are... 3-0
round demons
on pistols.
Yeah, I mean, they're just insane, and it is not a excuse me as I've lost my train of thought. This is certainly something significant. I mean, the 2-0 definitely on here in the process as the Marsborne team taunts back. Look, I mean, this is as really kind of instinctual as Counter-Strike is going to get for this Marsborne team that doesn't have the officials on this Mirage, right? This is their permanent ban. But as far as permabans go, right, this used to be the old Astralis permaban. I'm pulling back anecdotal notes from 2019, because when they did need to shake it up, all they had to do was play a Mirage. It's not too big of a deal. They just got to shoot, essentially. And that's what Marsborne did so well there in the second half, but they buy back in on Wildcard side just like they did back on Train, and it's just not looking well for them. Fozy getting tatted up top.
Oh, that nade could just be it. Yep. B-site's theirs. Bomb dropped back T-apps, but nothing really going to come of this. JBA need another Deagle clip, possibly to save the life of this team in this second round. It's definitely doable.
What happened
to Shaw?
Did he die making the fence jump in middle just now? Dude, come on. Come on. That is insane. JBA,
use it. So unserious.
For your advantage. Puts down this smoke. this gets a little bit more awkward. I'm not too certain as to actually where that bomb is located myself. Certainly not in the back of JBA. It's all the way over in TV room. So aside from the shenanigans, it's a clean round for Marsborne. But I can't even say that. That's actually a lie coming out of my mouth. You did have those 3 casualties, but they clean up in a clean sense. It's really good for Chop that our observer was watching the action. Yeah, you're never safe. You're never safe. Oh my goodness, that is just cinema.
Oh no.
Not live, not live. Everybody return
Not
back.
live. Go back.
Ref is blowing the whistle right now. Roll back to our spawn. And this one should be good and back and away. I don't see anybody DCing from the server. But Marsborne here with a nice shutdown of the force buy. I mean, it was effortless there. Essentially, you do get that last win back out towards that B play, but I mean, for the 3 casualties that they did get, and 2 of them were actually wildcard killing players and not Chop falling to his death, all things considered, it was fine. Okay, we do have a player falling out of the server, and it's our boy Fozy, who is pretty important to this thing, if I would say so myself.
Yeah, probably.
We got a couple of
Evidence doesn't
Swedish
show
oppers
yet.
in the server. Mr. Swedish American Wolfie, got the Swede Fozy. Little restart, but we're missing our man and a tech pause. That's a new animation that we have here on broadcast.
Round draw.
We'll plug it in, you know. Have you tried restarting it? Throw your entire PC into rice.
Yeah, they added that on ESL Impact. Rest in
You
peace.
like that? Yep. Oh, and we're back to, well, we were kind of just here. The fly through, we're still in Mirage in Market where that finish did happen, but I hope this isn't a lengthy queue out here. We do just fall into a tech pause and a nice start here on this Mirage, but
there was a couple of tech pauses over in that South America because of the update that was just pushed out.
Yeah.
Want to yap about the update?
Yeah, I don't think we mentioned
while
it.
we're here.
Yeah, and one of my friends, like, I feel like and this is actually like total top one, like, you know, committed Counter-Strike behavior. You know, I'll never forget when, like, and this is crazy because this is an insult being thrown at Valve right now. I mean, I remember when the last operation was released because I had like Twitter notifications turned on for the Counter-Strike account, so I knew that they're not just tweeting about nothing. Usually, sometimes they're like replying and trolling to people. But this,
that on.
Yeah, this time around it was an update, and then one of my friends typed in our Counter-Strike gaming group chat was like insane update. I'm thinking, oh, they probably pushed an operation. They're bringing back.
Why am I not in the group chat?
That's don't press the issue right now. You can get added. It's okay. You found out, guys. Oh no, what are we gonna do?
When you find out your friends have a group chat without you, that's really awkward.
It turns out, drama's side, that they updated it to the latest version of CS2. So I don't know what that means, but I bet it's good.
From the beta that they had yesterday.
So essentially to like, what is it, an actual non-beta?
Yeah, so they
swag.
sent out a beta so like people could like test it and play on it, and obviously they were able to test it yesterday. So they had a bug in it yesterday because they just added in that you can't shoot until 150 milliseconds after you get off of the defuse when you're on the CT side. It like lowers your gun a little bit, and it like you have to pop up. You have a little bit of an animation now. It's not like
I feel like I haven't noticed that. We'll have to pay attention because your gun like points down.
Yes, let me explain the
here we go.
Importance in betas, because they found a bug that you can essentially like animation.
This is
cancel.
the yap round.
You could animation cancel with the op and shoot very, very.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah, that was freaky.
So it's good that they had the beta out.
Gonna make sure we're not shipping it without the hot fix. They're hopping in the middle right now. And I feel like Wolfie was about to boost up his homeboy Viz into ladder right there. Didn't end up going through. Grizz is just seeing the barrel of a man that darts back towards under. Stan sways away in his shoulder. A couple of faces of Wildcard seen, but now at least peeping and take one with him. It's Viz. The player that was just kept in middle there is Wolfie left, in window rather. He goes down first.
Yeah, so much mid control here from Wildcard. Even just with pistols, they're too afraid of jumping in there and getting overrun. Making its way through apartments. Stan gonna walk back towards underpass to join up with his team, and they're gonna be met with a pretty open bomb site here.
They're not
Chop
even
the
here.
Closest. Yeah, Chop's on Cat.
This is really
Did a little bit. Ooh.
an awkward one. Out to bench, getting tabbed out. I mean, Chop, he just hasn't had a clean fight. This is what Wildcard know they have to do, is just wiggle and make things weird. It's a 5 versus 3, and Grizz, he's going to get this first frag, but
My
Fiku
God.
back up, can't hit the quick headshot, and even where Grizz is getting 2 frags into things, I mean,
my God.
Wildcard, in weird fashion, find a way to sew up round number 3, and it's just with pistols, and it's sprinting at them. Just the worst time to go for the middle re-aggression there. And to be honest with you, that's where some of these things will just come down to a tactical timing. Wolfie knows they're going to be breathing down their neck. Yeah, they're in CT, can hear them. Stand for the Q.
Ooh,
Stan will
Op
collect.
picked up. That's money positive of a round. Very money positive for the side of Wildcard. Just with pistols, able to not even like be aggressive. They just showed so much. I'm going to use a term. I'm going to use a term here, Mark.
Please.
They showed so much aura.
Counter-Strike is a
in
language. Oh,
mid.
that's also a language.
They showed so much aura in mid that Marsborne, they were just a little bit too nervous to go out there and get those kills, and rightfully so. Just overwhelmed them on that B bomb site. And now we're going to get some counter aggression here from Wildcard, or from Marsborne rather, as they double push under and have all that apartment space early on, giving them mid.
Now Grizz going to come back towards under. I think Wolfie's going to help him out here in window. They stack back to the A site. Viz hasn't heard a peep. From what we know on our side, you're about to get an altercation that I'm not sure if Fiku is... I have heard some concerning steps deeper into the apartments, but they walk back the way of A, knowledgeable about a potential flank, but they're just going to go through the motions. Here comes that execute. Viz not going to be hurt by the Molotovs, and without the heat, they're going to stand right here at default and fight with the 2 FAMASes that they have to go and grab. Long range from the pistol, but Modem, he has yet to make his name known. Here he can connect for a second. He does. Modem doing it all here on A, but Fozy steps a foot deeper out of his position at Apex, and he gets it. It's all the time for Chop. He was waiting and waltzing all through apartments this entire time to stab. Stan in the back of the head, up to the Swedish Opera in the 1v2.
Not going to switch that weapon, keeping the op in contention. Chop, just a pistol, not going to be able to land it over on Fizzy. Now just has to dance around with Gwiz MP9. Oh, a little bit of damage, but the MP9 takes it. They pick their op right back up from the hands of Wildcard.
We're back. That's what they say. That's almost essentially what happens. I mean, they pick back the op, and poetically, it's like they're sort of grabbing the fumble back that they laid on the turf in round 3. This was a great timing. It just all adds up so perfectly. It reminds me of when Grizz shuts down JBA, who was attempting that clutch at the beginning of Train. He had the jumping MP9 to shut him down here. Marsborne, they're back. Still, with the money in the bank, Fozy can get that op up pretty quickly. Modem shot out of the cannon. This is his favorite place to be. Grizz with a double opener. He is just decking everything that is coming out of A at the moment. Whew.
He's going to be able to hold down that player over in Palace. And now 2 players left from Wildcard over in a ramp, just kind of sequestered out of this map. Out of this round, out of this contention. Have to have a very fiery entry into this with an op and Grizz looking down the barrel at you guys. Stan has to make this punchy. Wolfie has eyes on over towards Khan, so it could be a little bit of a timing for them. Grizz tucked back over. Smoke landing over towards Palace, and the entry comes out. Flash in. Stan's able to find two. Just like that, the sight's back in theirs.
Just like Peeping attempting
to find
this
him
clutch in the back from upper. He had 3 frags there. Stan making this around out of thin air. He's going deep into CT. Perfect.
From bottom. That's exactly what was needed here to keep Marsborne in it. Shut down the Stan. 2 kills in already. Wants to make 3 more, I'm sure. Finds another. Ooh, flash bounced the wrong way, I'm sure. He's getting out with the bomb.
On B.
Yeah, he's out with the bomb.
Should be obvious. Should be able to cross back. Wolfie is just considering it's a fake. I mean, now he's back on B, misses the shot. Stan immediately can stab for the plant. This would be an entire 2 versus 5 attempt and a 1v3 for Stan, and he can't pass the next test. It's the interim in-game leader like we spoke about before on Train to get that final frag in the 4th here. The defuse here by Marsborne's AWP player. Wolfie doing well so far, 8 in 2. This is the kind of performances they need to pull into the process. They're permaban. But Apples, I ask you this, and I kind of pose this question to all of our viewers. Does it look like Marsborne play Mirage? Yes, it does.
It's unfortunate for Wildcard that they have to have these team heroics, and not even team heroics, it's Stan heroics to even get close to a round finish this early on. It's still 4-1. It's been really silent on the side of a Wildcard for their team, and that's exactly how it was over on Train once they started their T side.
One of these pistols up in the A, and we saw how far the Marsborne A-pop went with those pistols, got desperate back on Train. Now, and it's Peeping that just can be this mechanical monster. Up, and he had this surprising op, playing the second op back on Ivy on Train. He can actually do some damage with this, back on default with the bomb in his back. So much responsibility onto Peeping and Fiku.
Smoke out for jungle. He's not going to expect Viz over in CT having just checked that angle. Fiku left alone. Doesn't have the information, but Viz does. Spots him jumping across. Long range MP9 from Chop. They're going to just clean it up. And it's a little bit closer there from Wildcard. Able to get a lot of entrings from Peeping. The light was there. It's showing a bit from Wildcard. It's just not quite there. They need to win a gun round and do something to this Marsborne economy.
Yeah, this is the troubles of the T-sided Train just simply continuing, and this is where obviously we were pointing the finger and the pressure right away. They had to figure it out, you know, permaban, whatever it is, you feel it in the series on per, it's going to look complete. It's never that easy. And right here, Stan, you can feel that in the clutch. He was attempting to take it into his own hands. The rest of the Wildcard are going to need to come together.
Ooh, Martin is a very precarious place here. Peeping, just spamming through the smoke, but Mata finds him. Worried about more being under. Oh my gosh. Fiku is able to find a little bit of a consolation prize in this mid battle, but Martin still in some hot water, and JB is able to clean that up a little bit, evening up the scores here. 3v3, and mid is theirs. Wildcard just fall back for the time being.
Flash and Con.
And it showed.
It really is. I mean, the way that they're just simply bullying them at every corner and turn, there to tear a very new page out of the book in middle. Can't even begin to run their default. I mean, this is giving what Marsborne were putting back on their T side of Train. I mean, so far it's just a whole lot less at the bat than we so expected. A 5 versus 3. It was quickly shut down and collected that round. And a 3v3 that you have active in round 7, 30 seconds left, and they stand deep in this A site where Wildcard won't be able to wick.
I'll be hearing these spots, these steps. That's a great one to find. Lots of control taken away from Wildcard, but still this A site Not completely free for the plant. Wolfie still has eyes on it. A little bit of damage. They spot him, but the jumps around, just keeping it out of their contention. Viz is in a great spot here, spamming through the box, but JBA, his head is on a turntable. He's ready for it. Chop has to finish this out. Has to end JBA. It's either that or a 4K from him.
Smoke on the bomb. He's got a molly, 2 apples. JBA, he can just jump spot. This is a 5-second defuse if I've ever seen one. Hops off and JBA takes the bait. What a Chop masterclass there. 3 times in a row now. Not in a row, but 3 times Marsborne have used this flank through the A ramp, through T-spawn to win these rounds. Chop there responsible for it. Chop the closer of this squad classically. This first half is not competitive coming back from Wildcard. I'm gonna need to see way more apples. I know that Wildcard can't possibly want it as much as Marsborne. Quite literally, they did qualify to the, regional final of this thing back in Cup number 2, where they beat Marsborne in the grand final, if our fans will remember that, just about a month ago.
Nice flash out. Modem, the nice early kill. Lots of damage onto himself. Traded out. Stan able to find Viz. This mid-fight still getting very testy here for Wildcard. JBA not able to find anything. Chop is just on it. He's B-site and he's flanking all at the same time. Not flanking this round, but you know what I mean.
Always working on something.
Pulling up through Con. Noise cut here.
A-ramp is the gap. A-ramp will get a kill right here onto Wolfie if he does see it in time. Wolfie just right off the gap, aware of the possibility of peeping, who is just provoked and put away. Chop in the back of Stan. 7 will stab through the hearts of Wildcard and their fans the first half. This thing is ugly.
I don't know where Fuzi is, though. I have no idea. Not made any noise, just really slowly walked up Con, but I have to find a gap here at some point, some time. No noise made from him quite yet. They're gonna hear that drop if he does go out through window. Wants to keep this silent. What's his plan here? What is he doing?
Stay still. 3 seconds. Marsborne will let you.
Do not die after time.
You need every single thing you can pull back from that life. Does hold on to his smoke in a flash. But I'm afraid we're going to need a lot more than that Wildcard because, well, nothing. Just nothing is working. Clearly, Marsborne, after that loss in the grand finals, Apples, they evaluated exactly, where things were going wrong in the map pool. And going wrong is a really bold statement considering it was a 13-10 loss that they had on Train and a 13-11 on that overpass that they banned out at the beginning. I mean, aren't they just right there? It's a 13-11 loss. Like, why not roll the dice again? They say, we're doing that in a completely other way. I mean, they've clearly been putting in the reps on this Mirage in the practice room. And I mean, this is where I was speaking about it before. Like, clearly they were kind of getting off to a very heated start. And I'm going, well, this could be to the instincts, whatever it is. I mean, the way that they are playing with the protocols, you see the pressure that they're moving with these flanks apples. I mean, it's really good stuff and it's clearly practiced. So they were planning for this and it's caught Wildcard off guard.
Completely off guard. Like I said, red herring. Wildcard thinking that this would be an easy win, picking into it, not knowing Marsborne's previous planning, skills, scrimming, even.
The preparation.
Thinking that with a new player stepping in that they wouldn't have the time. But okay, this is something different from Wildcard. Able to get that opening kill onto Wolfie. Huge. And all this space taken on Cat. All it takes is a little bit of a spam here from Chop.
Walk through. You know he is.
Walk through, walk through, walk through.
Here's
Go out with your knife.
Oh, what a demon.
Oh!
Double headshot. But they're going to need more from him because these kills just came back from the Polish player in the middle. They're trying to headhunt him, but he's got that on stat here in a 1v1 that he just is going to puff his chest. This was the big factor for Wildcard coming in to tonight. Our player to watch, the Polish 21-year-old that popped up here on this team to do what was necessary to succeed. A double kill there in middle. He gets it done, and it's never too late to start. Maybe sometimes.
If it got any closer, or not any closer, they started answering back in like 2 rounds, I would have been a little worried. But here, they're going to still be able to make it a 7-5 half. Nice trades opening here. Wolfie and Grizz tag teaming it here in mid. Stand so close, so far up over in Cat. Chop's able to cut that off. JB on the site, AK in tow. Spam through the smoke is able to at least create a little bit of space and gets a little bit of damage onto Grizz in the smoke. Expecting another player here. Saw him earlier, and Grizz just right on the edge of it, a little bit worried. JBA to find the one player over in Con, or in Market, rather.
This is just insane. I mean, Grizz in and out of that smoke. I thought he was the player that was just going to be smushed and sandwiched between those two players. He uses it to literally the best outcome that could have seen into reality. Walks through, cooks JBA, gets to turn around and take care of Fozy. The individuals of this Marsborne roster are making the difference. Grizz been loving this new addition to the team. Been on paper off in a hike. His rating off in a great direction. Passing the eye test at every single step. I've been loving what I've been seeing out of what is spiritually, it feels like, I mean, kind of a different scene that you're getting in back from Marsborne. I know CXCI is somewhere absolutely cheesing. So proud of his troops here.
Oh, absolutely. Your rifle on JBA, able to allot them an op. JBA's on one here, wants to kind of curse it right as it starts. Bottom still here, still watching these players descend onto this B site. Iku on that flank, able to find him.
Grizz, just when he has the vision and the angle, gets put out by Peeping, and I think Viz is saving. Might get caught here by Fiku. Gets his hands on the op and can't flick quite back for the clear. Viz might run this back towards upper and get a couple of exit kills, but it will be a third here for Wildcard. Just drowning every little bit of happiness that you get up and around here. Every little ounce of success.
It's almost doable. Keeping Stan here as well. Keeping that.
Can you bribe the timer on the bomb for 10 more seconds? I mean, this thing would have been a really good clutch out here for Viz. Stan gets the save here. Puts up a third. But this is a measly T side, and we got to at least see all 4. Fico on the op, Fico on the rifle. This guy's doing it all. And I think it's finally time to talk about, where this thing is just so confusing for this Wildcard roster, with all of the ingredients necessary, with all of the expectation to go on these T sides and figure it out, even if it has been a while since you have wedded well on a Mirage. I mean, clearly there is some actual technical problems with maybe how this thing is being taken one step at a time. And I can look at a player like Peeping, who when so comfortable in that train was able to just tee off on these heads. Now put out here to be the feeler, to be the test dummy. He's not going to be pulling away with much.
Oh, all looking ramp. Op still in Palace. Motton able to...
This is crazy.
Rush out the players coming in through Con. Fiku down for the count, and Heart's still looking towards this A site, Peeping such low health here. A nice smoke out just in time for Grizz to be able to finish out these couple of kills. Oh, so low, but Peeping picks the bomb back up. 3v2. Fizzy's op is still rattling off over in Palace. This just has to hide back down, getting spammed through these boxes. He's at 9 health now.
Getting so close to actually finishing the job. Wildcard are going to leave A right quick.
They're running. Are they running all the way? No. They're faking it. They could not. There was not enough time for them to make their way on over. Clear out in another Bob site. You have to
Flashing
clear onto
for
this A.
the peak, but they know it's going to be coming soon. That's why Wolfie is going to be walking up. Fozy likely focused on the ticket booth, but he won't even take it. I wonder if they just turn it around and not even give this thing a go. That actually is not even on the itinerary at all, Apples. This is round 12. There's no taking this back to sender. Fozy with the miss here, and it all just seems to be out of the question. 9 rounds in the first half against Wildcard, who thought they had Marsborne slipping, actually tripping, that they let their permaban slip into the veto. We're going to punish on that trip every time. Not today. A whacking in the first half here, Apples, and we got to be back after 3 minutes. Hopefully Wildcard can take a deep breath and figure this thing out, because otherwise their cup number 3 will be back into the lower bracket.
The road to the top is a riddle. What will be my destiny? Money and fame are awaiting, but not enough is raining on me. Maybe I should give it all up. How much more can I take? Out here singing to the heavens. When I gonna get my break? I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh. Up the mountain, now everybody's looking for me. Spend my life in the desert till something changed inside of me. Now I'm flying over oceans, everybody looking at me. I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh.
Wildcard alarmed, distressed after that first half. And when Marsborne have been shooting 100% on these pistols tonight, Apples, it looks to be a grim future that I see. A 9-3 that we just got through our first half. Marsborne already up 1-0.
Grim mention. Shout out.
Shout out the PA. Almost the US.
Keeping
like that.
Please. And just like that shutdown. JB on the other side, not making any noise, but the duels are picked up by Martin. He's just kind of waiting and seeing if he can figure this out. And just like that, another kill for Martin, and everything is shutting down for Wildcard in this pistol. Unfortunate. Stanislav has so much utility on him, but through the box, lots of damage. He's able to find that clear out in mid. Viz goes down. He's keeping Chop busy. He retreats over towards CT, and Fiku finds one of his own over on Cat. So keeping this in contention.
Oh, man.
Yep. Dually with the a dually with a two with the dualies, duo with the dualies.
A duo with the dualies, whatever it is, on both of these maps, 4 pistol rounds that pass the direction of Marsborne in this series. That is all of them, ladies and gentlemen, because this thing is over. It is not happening. I would like you to clip this, and if in fact Wildcard come back, but I would say that their Series 3 campaign is done in the upper bracket. They're going to be headed down lower, and Grizz gets revenge against a team that he actually helped at one point qualify for Challenger League when he took over for Call Me Sue out at the end of that season. And I know that was one of the biggest opportunities that Mr. Adam Golden had at the time. Bounced back from that situation. He was replaced by Swedish players, by Sus specifically. Obviously, Fozy still here. But here we'll get the last laugh likely tonight in a great personal performance. Really good stuff on that train specifically. The entire line of Marsborne lighting up here on Mirage, though.
Is just narrowly missing that. There he goes. Finds peeping. Lots of players that you could use for target practice out in mid as they retreat. Chop over on this ace site. Able to do a lot with the dualies. Or not with the dualies, with the Galil. It was the last round. Oh, JBA. Saw a little bit of a Deagle moment. And they're expecting Fizzy over in CT. A little bit of damage done onto him, but he's able to find one of his own. Might as well go ahead and try for it. Stand still. No one is moving. Just jiggle peeking.
Anytime now. Submit the paperwork for that final peak. And Marsborne will stamp it. 2 more here. They got to knock down the door on. Marsborne are going to have their HLTV map pool on paper look a little weirder after this. They have a blowout win on the very first time. They decide to switch it up and get this Mirage into the series to begin with, letting it float.
Yeah.
And this time they knock it out of the park, Apples, and I can even see it now.
That's what I said earlier. It was a red herring here from Wildcard to pick it, and you see that all the time in other situations, other best of 3s, that they think that they've done enough preparation, enough work on this map, but obviously they've done a lot more than you or I could ever predict. And either Wildcard could ever predict here as well. I'm spotting here from Peeping. Grizz just holding down the 4 over in apartments. Ooh, able to get spotted out by here. JBA. Part of the map now shut down.
This is where Peeping's going to shine, having big roles on this CT side, as he's responsible for a lot of these rotations in and outside of B. Here, he'll be flat out ignored. Stan will have to put down this smoke and have to follow it up with a couple of frags. They are able to just get past Fiku. They don't die to his line of fire. 45 seconds in the A site served to Marsborne.
Watch out for jungle. Viz is going to be able to catch in with them over in Con.
Oh,
Still not there as Fiku is able to move in. Oh, a nice 2K. And now a third, actually. That's going to be Peeping and JBA joining himself up, keeping Marsborne alive for now. Or not Marsborne, Wildcard. 4 rifles still kept for Wildcard.
Yeah, Fiku was the only player that was really keeping it alive, electric there in the first half. Had a couple of micro plays that were worth the flowers, but here that will be really good to at least throw up a 4th here, avoid this 12th for some time, get this round victory here, and you can actually kind of reset Marsborne, get something started. It's at that point where you can kind of, you know, almost simulate the feeling of winning a pistol. You know, you finally get to see a couple of ecos and get to take a deep breath, attempt some of these maybe easier rounds in the air. Don't take any of them lightly. That's not exactly what I'm suggesting, but that there's a walking away back on this path for Wildcard. They've just got to hit the right notes. Easier said than done.
Gotta play your song.
Stand back on the string. Goodness, I hope so. Begin to play this back at A, Apples, with the flash over and a Molotov that's going to keep them honest. They are now going to head out.
Ooh, Stan too sharp with it. Palace down. Keeping going a little bit farther in mid here. Grizz in a little bit of trouble. Okay, able to find that spray down.
Gotta watch out for this positioning outside of jungle. Monum is gonna get that long range against Fozy here. Up to the substitute player to make the real means this round happen. In terms of that, I properly mean the bomb plant, and it will be successfully spammed out from CT by Stanislaw. Viz, the next man up. We'll see if he can attempt the clutch. At this rate,
Smoke.
We'll see if he can at least get the bomb down.
Smoke's about to clear too. Peeping's gonna be able to find them. Has to clear a couple of players before he can safely do this. Peeping, holding it down, waiting for that plant. Not going in from the bait. Sand just a round thing. Smoke out the molly, and Sand's able to find it. 3K for him this round, and it's laborious. It's a lot of work here from Wildcard. Have to try and fight this. It's not as easy as we saw Marsborne play on their CT side, but they're getting it done slowly but surely. Lemon back up.
Give us something here on this Mirage. That's what we beg for at this point. Fiku, Stan, keeping the boys alive, well and active here. You get really awkward kind of when one of your best fraggers is stuck in that anchor position all the way at B. That's why you picked up Fiku to just go and fan the pressure elsewhere. I mean, this guy has just flooded the kill feed with frags. Peeping getting his respect this round as well. Back in the conversation, our wild card was 6 here.
Awkward spot from Mars.
I gotta go B. Avoid Fiku, and we may figure this thing out. That's what I'm feeling.
Nice.
It seems simple,
really
but
on a tear here. Him and Stan have been really good in their CT sides. See over on Cat, able to watch the boxes on the other side. Viz getting pretty close. A missed shot from him. He's just gonna have to back up over onto the speed side. This speed side, it's not free at all. The op is there. Have to look somewhere else. Just kind of all over the place. Have to find an opener somewhere. He could be the one for it, and he is.
Keeping the savior.
Still underneath Palace. They have not cleared this quite yet.
Gotta do it all.
And he's able to find 2 from it, 3 from it. And a 4th, okay.
On for all 5 potentially, Apples. You got Viz sneaking up here. Does Jackson Cornwell have it in him? JBA says, I gotcha. The duo that we have just described as 2 pieces of the pod, they go and destroy Marsborne right here. And this does a little bit more than I think, Apples, than puff their chest. This is a round that they should have lost. This should have been 12, finally thrown back after, well, a couple of good plays. If you hear me complain about sticking Peeping and somebody he's been inactive, well, that's why. You want to hit those shots. It's just like he was attempting that clutch back on train. This guy's dangerous. You just have to see him get the damn opportunity.
On all the way down mid. Ooh, spotting a couple players just through the smokes. Not going to hit that jump, but the noise is making a wild card interested. Fiku, spam down, not the health all the way. Fizzy, to find one onto Monton, and this is an apartments play that they're trying to get done, but they are just walking straight into a blender.
No casualties.
Marky, what do they do now? What do they do now, Marky? You said go B, so you're away from Fiku, but when you're over on B, JPA, Peeping are all over there. What do you mean?
It's like a thorn bush. They're just getting thrown into the spikes. turning mincemeat quickly are Marsborne, and that's running it back on A. Excuse me, onto B. You're keeping me honest here, Apples, because it's true. I mean, that's where they needed to try and switch things up. Obviously, we got to be, you know, respecting the fact that it was just with the Glocks here, but peeping, JBA, they are online. Just click bounce one, please, Wolfie. You know you feel something here. Ozzy got this positioning on catwalk, and he just sways off it for a minute on the angle, and that produces a Marsborne opening kill.
Wildcard do not want to give away mid this early, though. Fiku trained on it, just walking back slowly and nade out just to help. Ooh, that's a bit of a chunky one there. That noise. Stan looking for information. Mountain trained on this angle. Is he going to be able to get it? He does. That's another opener over towards the side of Marsborne. This is what they need. There we go. All down to peeping. Is he going to be able to get the ace once again in the molly? And he can't complete the second kill. 12 found here for Marsborne. It is a match series point here.
They just had to keep going. Never give up your confidence. That's the main key here to turn it just to the upper bracket final. That's where Marsborne need to go if they are to take this season in the right direction, qualify for what would be the regional opportunity here in Challenger League in the third cup that they've had the opportunity to play in here. Against Wildcard, that's one of their biggest threats. And then dealing with them here in a positive notion while they can still cruise is the way they would like to waltz. JBA on A. They are shaking it up here and keeping peeping the only clone on B.
Fortunate Wolfie early shot there. Able to get that opener on Stan. Looks like A exec smoke's going to go out. Not sure if they're going to capitalize on that quite yet. Grizz looking for something over and under. Perfectly dodged that flash. Smoke's out for protection as well, alongside Viz. Jumping into window, Fiku is here, and he's holding it down. Fiku and Vizzy finding two, and they have to enter into this site, but it is just crawling with CTs. And JBA hiding in a corner.
Falling off the bench, Stan sprays Grizz down. Still knows the moves of one of his old students here. As we're still standing 2v4, and it's commanding a save for Wolfie and Chop. I think they're going to let this one go. As they probably should.
Yeah. An op and an AK here. Don't want to get that into the hands, and just want to keep this in contention. Thankfully, they have secured OT. Wildcard are the ones that have to do the heavy lifting mostly here. 4 rounds for them, 1 round for Marsborne. Well, technically 3 rounds because they won this one.
This is true.
According to my calculations.
Time passes. So does the round. Wildcard get a 9th here as they continue to chip away at a Marsborne advantage here. 3, the separating numerator now into the 22nd. You can see some of these replays. Fiku was just a laser to this boost. Ready for every note of the default there. Marsborne have been running it dry, it feels like a little bit. With the finisher they got to call up. We got to see how they can fray off at the beaten path. You are correct.
Holding on to that op over on B.
On catwalk right now. Rather into deeper apartments, and Fozy, because that line is locked, he just gets to go in the rest of the map, and the rest of these riflers can stack up on A. Fiku through the smoke in jungle apples. This makes things so much better. And Chop, he has just ran past JBA over in Firebox. We're waiting for this peak.
Oh my gosh, and he was waiting and ready for it. Matsum at least able to get the trade, and Chop on his own. 2v1, they're both in ticket and CT. He's just getting the hell out of there. A minute left on the clock. I mean, plant possible. This would be a clutch of a lifetime, a 4K clutch here for Chop, just to close it out for himself, but it's getting more likely by the minute, as Wildcard have not started to move on over yet.
Yeah, that smoke just faded over at Palace, so they are clearing it now, and in their heads, they are clearing the possibility of this A play being served up in the next several seconds. Chop is going to be clearing the easy positions that he can get his hands on here at B, and now the secured bomb plant. Chop here, like you said, on for a 4K clutch. This could be for case, series, and map point.
That's going to market as well. 2 flashes and a nade. Dooley's out for peeping. Wants that activity. Wants to go quick with it. Chop at a very protected angle, but they're going to be able to see that it's planted for Cat pretty quickly. A smoke onto the bomb. Nade out for him. Peeping back on the off. Ooh, just narrowly misses it. He's able to find a little bit of damage, but at the last second, Fizzy's able to find that kill and the defuse. This is a climb for Wildcard. A climb that they are making it work. They're climbing.
They're getting close to slipping. The close ain't falling, right? And that's where they keep that in consideration for double digits. They finally click that button for 10 here on Mirage. Peeping with that double op. Fozy continuing that consideration. Marsborne, they send in who they have as their best clutcher to close this map, and it won't go. Chop there, unsuccessful. New map, though. Rather, a new round, excuse me. And a new 30 seconds to consider for an opening kill that you have got to get your hands on. And it's a double for JBA. Make it a triple. Mr. Barut, you're just a bully on Cat.
Making it work. They want this OT. They do not want to back down slowly. Realize that this is their game, their map. Too little, too late, but not too late here. All down to Grizz. Oh, there's a player. Has to be close. At least sitting on the bomb. Could maybe find him. Him and Chop have a lot of work to do if they want to keep this round, if they want to win this one. Mid is just swimming. A lot of danger. This is going to be a 50-second save. If this is a 50-second save, I'm going to riot.
Oh, get it going then. Get it going then, because we're going to sit here for all 40 that we still have left. And it's the boring call, but it's the right one. Yeah. Secured overtime, that might be where we're headed. You needed that Chop clutch probably more than anything. You needed any of these rounds. Who am I kidding? Wildcard, they do not want to be disappointed on Death's Door, which they're currently sitting on into overtime. They would at least like the respect. It's going to be an ugly bye back for Marsborne here with 24 on the line, but they've deserved it. Been just tossed out of every single angle of advantage that they have had darting back on this Mirage. And you know what? The choke factor comes down to the opinion that they don't have any officials back on this as a team. And right now, struggling to close out a T side is showing the bones that are bare here. Wildcard, you get one more timeout. It's worth noting that because of the same roster restrictions that we're unable to bring CXCI into the competition, Marsborne are actually also without Lucid. So this 30 seconds will be a little more silent than usual.
Probably still happen though.
All right, Adam. I hope you're right. Grizz sprays GG on the ground. Bro doesn't know he's on camera, but I'll call it cocky. And I like that. You're going to get Viz and Wolfie to buy up here. I think this is probably looking like another timeout taken before this thing is out of it.
I mean,
watching
they get
them
more
waiting to
timeouts
buy
over
in the
an
freeze
OT.
time. This is true. They had enough. They're ready to go. Into round 24, JBA, he wanted another aggressive opening. This time, he's going to be sent back packing through connector. 50 HP taken off the two of these players due to the opening util alone.
Could make VQ play a little bit less back. Fizzy getting more aggressive with the op over in a window with the smoke in his face. Can't quite do what he wants. Free smoke coming through. Viz getting active around all these in mid. Fiku is able to find one just around the corner. Traded out though. His damage is not going to be going on a little bit longer here.
Oh, what a shot!
Motton, from Motton over and Cat. Lisa's there for the trade. Fizzy is still in it. JBA is still live on this B site. Just as I say that, Chop is able to fight it. 3v2 for the round win and the match win.
Fozy, Stan, the pillars of this roster, brought back Fozy in a little bit more than a month ago because he was a part of this core, but now they're collected. A 1 versus 3, and Fozy, he can dare to dream to retake this, but they can dare to run it back in the lower bracket. Just a week ago at Fragadelphia, when Wolfie was interviewed, he said that he has never been more confident in the Marsborne roster than he was right now. 2-0 over Wildcard tonight, and they play on their permaban, yet they win it 13-11.
Yeah, I don't think you permaban this much more after this. Taking it from Wildcard, while it's a little bit different on Wildcard side, trying to change all their placements with the new players on their side, on their team. It's not looking good for them. This used to be their bread and butter. That's what I was saying in that pre-show before we went into this map. I thought this was a for sure 3-map affair. But Marsborne, they proved us wrong. They proved everyone wrong. Did so incredibly well tonight on Train. That first half was so good here on Mirage. I mean, you got to give your laurels. Incredible work here done by the boys.
Most definitely. I mean, this is a performance to be really, really happy about. And one thing that we didn't even mention is a humorous, plot point that we bring in actually, and we share from Pro League, right? Where, dude, you had Rain have to slip right in the back end for FaZe Clan. One more tournament, they get to run it back. That's maybe essentially the same magic, the power of friendship that Marsborne are bringing Matum back into the process. Obviously, him and Chop were the guys that, were the entire construction of this roster. It came from the undefined bit of this project. When you were seeing Chop and Matum just go back to back on that Train B site there, I was seeing all too many reminders of it. Up in the other upper bracket semifinal we got, it's 1-1 between Skin Rave and Getting Info. That one is going to be a really exciting third map on Overpass. So if you're heading there to one of our community broadcasters, I would go and support one of them because I bet that is a beautiful game out there. Maybe we can take a look at our lower bracket games as well. Yes, we can. Regain, no surprise to me, Apples, takes it 2-0 over TSG. That will be a good one to run back against Wildcard, who are going to be, massive overdogs in that game, but that Regain team been doing some really crazy damage. I hate to see that it looks like Boss had to forfeit tonight versus Chicken Coop. I would like to find out a little bit more about that. A Boss team that...
I don't know if that's just one... I think that's just one map.
Okay, is that...
They're not in the... Because Chicken Coop would be in the semifinal bracket if that was the case.
That is
I think they're just one map through.
Maybe we'll...
Which is a little insane.
That's going down.
2 hours past game time.
Okay, yeah, they're just up one in the series. You're correct. And right now it might be Boss forcing it to a third map out there. So a great deal of games that we got going on here in Challenger League tonight, Apples. But that's where the end of our night comes up. We get a nice 2-0 here. Marsborne get to look probably the greatest that they have in terms of results here in the Challenger League Cups. But we all know that we got CXCI probably sitting somewhere at home with I know his beverage of choice, a Diet Coke, kicking back his feet, laughing, having that fun, watching that Mirage, man, because that's just insane, Apples. I mean, I thought we were going to be in overtime right now, walking to that Inferno anyway. I mean, that's what our expectations were for the entire series tonight, but that's not what we got. We got 2-0 Marsborne.
Yeah, we got 2-0s. And honestly, I'm very proud of Marsborne for bringing this all the way here. It's going to be great for them going into the grand finals. Whoever they're going to be playing up against, Wildcard going to have that lower bracket run. It could be a little bit easier for them. Could be a little bit more work that they're going to have to do, obviously, on Mirage after this loss. They were able to bring it back on their CT side. But so far going into it, I'm pretty excited how Marsborne's going to look moving on in through Cup number 3. But we have so much more Counter-Strike to be played tonight that we get to watch who they're going to be playing up against later.
And I don't know if anybody's going to be able to touch him after that, Apples. I just really don't. I know Skin Raven getting info. Never a team to count out, especially not ever in a situation where you may be literally setting them as the underdogs. That's probably where I think Snab and Cryptic become the most dangerous callers, as a matter of fact. That one will be, like I said, a great third map of Overpass starting soon. So I would definitely go and check that one out if you are still having the appetite for a little bit more Counter-Strike, as I know Apples and I, we always love to get as much of it as we can, but no Inferno tonight. Yes, the appetite. I might really force you to, run that to the patent office, get that trademark on that, because that's too good.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep that.
You would like that.
Lock it for the future.
Oh man. Well, I guess that's where we can clichely send it off to the future, till where we get on the broadcast next. So I would like to thank you all for joining us here at ESL Challenger League. My name has been Get the Bag Mark. Ben here with Apples CS2.
Hello.
Shout out to everybody at our lovely production team that we have running this thing here in Challenger League Season 50. And thank you to lovely fans for joining us here on this broadcast. More Counter-Strike, more Challenger League coming up here in the next couple of days. We'll see you again then. Until then, have a great rest of your night. Bye-bye.
ESL presents ESL Challenger League in partnership with Intel, Acer Predator, DHL, and Kidia.
Sometimes you gotta pray for a victory. Yeah, I'm overzealous when I'm thinking about the cash flow. I never had no handouts, just came natural. I've been tested so much, all these wrestlers nice. All these different situations that I've been through. I seen pain trying to creep in through the window, but now I'm sliding through the hood in a Benzo. You gotta separate yourself just to elevate. I keep some drink in my cup to see through the hate. Sometimes on the road to glory, you gotta press the brakes. I got a lesson plan for all my past mistakes. I swear I'm proud of all my best and my worst days. Proud of all my feet when I touch the ground. Front of 8 at Beijing, man, they know the sound. I know I made mistakes, but my mama proud. Fans scream my lyrics out in the background. They ain't know me then, but I'm hot now. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. Life down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. I'm faced with a lot of different choices these days. Do a rock and Rolex account or blue face. The whole world know my name off a mixtape. I still got the same brother since 6th grade. G-Wagon, red seats, we on Biscayne. Trips to the Florida Keys, we imported these. Thanking God for the life he afforded me. All this jewelry on my body, acting like the hood. I need a brown skinned chick just like Megan Good. Holding up every promise that I ever made. Music in the background, it's a serenade. Been rapping 10 years, boy, this ain't a phase. I paid dues, paid rent, and I stayed the same. I had teardrops running down my face. I've been through a lot, I had real pain. But thank God, cause we really on a better days. They say